Welcome to the Failed Podcast in a new series that we are calling Coffee Break Series. There is the icon. I hope that you're enjoying it. These are segments that if you get a cup of coffee, you can watch it. They're going to be 15 to 20 minutes max. And I'm just going over many aspects, different approaches and insights when it comes to failure and what people are saying, what I've learned from the interviews I've done here at the Failed Podcast. And so enjoy your coffee and enjoy this segment. Here we go. Today, we're going to talk about the art of adaptation, right? To be able to reshape, reform, redirect. You tell me what adopting means. A lot of the times the problem is that we are set in stone about an idea or a direction. And I know many of you know this, but sometimes we need to be reminded that we cannot be stiff on an idea because things change, because people are involved, because nature is involved, because outside forces are involved. So it's a bit silly to think that it's this way, my way, and that's it. Nothing is going to deter me or make me change what I had in mind, because that's all that surrounds us. That's all that we are going, or excuse me, that's all that we're going to confront whenever we're going through our journey, going through life, trying to execute our plans, ideas, you name it. We have to understand the art of adaptation. It's so important. H.G. Wells said this, and I'm paraphrasing it because it was a bit long and I couldn't read some of the words that were in it. Sorry, my nose was itching. Adapt or perish. And I don't know how much explanation that needs, but yeah, if you don't adapt, the ones that do are gonna surpass you. If you don't make a change, the ones that don't mind making a change are gonna go around you. You just become stagnant. You will not continue forward. And so it is so important to adapt. If not, you will perish. Things will not go good. And so failure finds a lot of us because we don't adapt, because we don't want to change, because we made a plan and we got to stick to it and there's no wiggle room or room to adjust. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to you. I see you right now. You're like, Sam, you're preaching to the choir, and I'm aware of that. But sometimes the choir needs words of wisdom, if you know what I'm saying. And so it's very important. And I love how it's worded, right? The art of adaptation. That means that there is a way that suits you. There's a way that you're going to adapt. There isn't a way that we all must adapt and choose a certain direction. There's not that. It is what you make it and how you adapt. Some of us will adapt all the way and change everything completely, or we'll make minor adjustments, in order for us to get past that failure, that speed bump. And so what's the art of adaptation? It's the way that makes you feel comfortable so that you can keep going. It's what's necessary for you so that you don't quit. And that's the main thing that we don't want here. Failure happens in our lives, but quitting is a choice, man, and do not quit. I am going to open up the comments below. Send me a DM on Instagram at the Failed Podcast. The links are below. And tell me your story. Tell me how you failed, but how you adapted and how you overcame. I want to know this truth, right? But not only because I read and study about it, but because I know individuals who have stories regarding the art of adoption. So here's a few takeaways that I think can help you, that have helped me. And the first one is be flexible and willing to adjust your approach. Think about a pilot, man. As they're flying, I was learning that if you fly 1,000 miles on a plane with the wind, then you get more distance with the gas that you have and the distance you're going to cover. But if you're going against the wind and the wind's blowing this way, you're actually going to travel less time with the same amount of gas, whether it's 500 gallons this way, 500 gallons that way. Against the wind, your distance is going to be shorter. So be flexible and willing willing to adjust your approach. And so sometimes we're trying to do something, we're trying to hit a golf shot high, and sometimes it just requires a little chip. It requires a different approach, just think about it in a different way. Ask for help, right? See how other people have done it. There is your way, there's the way that things have been done in a long time, and there's unique ways that are required in order for you to get past whatever's hindering you at this moment. I hope I'm making sense, and I hope that you're enjoying this. I'm trying to memorize it. Coffee break series here at the Failed Podcast. And so the second takeaway is this: change is often necessary for growth. And I know that we know that, but sometimes we're so stuck on us. We're so stuck on my way's the best. I'm the leader. It's my dream. I can do whatever I want. And I understand that mentality. And it is necessary at times and for many things, many applications. Don't get me wrong, but change is often necessary for growth, and that change, you may not like it. And the change that needs to happen, the idea may not be coming from you. It may be coming from someone else. And so you're going to have to learn to take direction. You're going to have to learn to change. And, go ahead, paint your life with the paintbrush. I wish I had a paintbrush. Oh, right here. I have one right here. Look at this. Paint your life with the art of adaptation. And I think that my friend, all my friends, everyone listening, that whenever we're facing failure, right, because we're facing adversity, because we're facing different weather patterns and whatever, you name it, we have to adapt. So be an artist when it comes to failure. Make it beautiful, right? Keep it going. The art of adaptation. It's so important. I hope that you do that. And if you do, give us a like, right? If this hit somewhere, if this taught you something, enjoy it. And I hope you're enjoying your cup of coffee. But don't forget, subscribe and like and keep up with what we're doing here at the Failed Podcast. Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you on the next one.